Welcome back to the A Plus U podcast, brought to you by Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union. I am your host, Danielle.
And I'm your co-host, Amber.
And we are actually hosting this episode, unlike our last one.
It's good to be back.
It's good to be back.
Yes.
Amber, I have a question. Out of the 19 plunges you've done, which one was your favorite?
Ooh, probably my 7th one in White Bear Lake because the water was high enough to go over my head, but not to where I thought I was going to drown. Because there was one where it was really deep and I had to swim, and that was very unpleasant for anyone near me because I didn't know them at that point.
Oh, so 7. I like how specific that is.
Yes, because I like to cannonball, because if you don't get your hair wet, it doesn't count.
Ooh, and so I'm assuming you've had frozen hair by the time you get out? Yep.
But there's a lot of hairspray in it, so it doesn't really change. Because the day of plunges, you wouldn't know what color hair I have that day. It's been many a color of different colored hairspray.
I love that. I'm taking notes because I've never plunged.
Oh, Danielle, I did not know that. Did I know that? Maybe I didn't, because now I get to pressure you lovingly with committing to donate to your plunge to help make you hit your goal, so that way you'll jump. Do you like that pressure?
Tricky.
I know.
Tricky.
It was so kind. It wasn't go jump in a lake.
Okay.
It was, I will help you reach your donation goal.
So if I do my first plunge and you do your 20th plunge, we could do it together.
Done.
Okay.
But it has to be in January.
Should we
colder the better.
Okay. We'll make a special note. Film the plunge. Because Danielle will be screaming.
And remember, once we get to the jumping point, when I jump, I throw elbows. So I don't know you. So just jump after me.
I throw elbows.
I do throw
Amber's
elbows.
famous last words, I throw elbows.
I do. And I'm like, remember, I don't know you.
You're so funny. Well, we're talking Special Olympics today because we have a very special guest.
Do you want to introduce our guest, or should our guest introduce himself?
Bill.
Sure. Well, first and foremost, thank you for hosting me. This is a pleasure. And on behalf of Special Olympics Minnesota, I'd like to thank Affinity Plus for all the great work that you all do for not only Special Olympics Minnesota, but the entire state of Minnesota and the nonprofit world. I'm Bill Fish. I'm 8 months in as the new CEO for Special Olympics Minnesota. Having said that, I've got 35 years working with Special Olympics. Half my time in Wisconsin and the other half back here at home in Minnesota.
Awesome. Hot take. When I was like fresh out of college, had no life experience at all, I had an interview at Special Olympics Minnesota.
Oh, at Minnesota. I thought you were going to say Wisconsin. And I was like, okay, Danielle.
No, in Minnesota. I didn't work out, but because I was probably not qualified for whatever job I was applying for. But it's always been like, now I don't even know. You're probably not even in the same office, but I'm like, oh, yeah, I did that interview there that one time.
That one time?
That one time. For those that don't know, Affinity Plus is a proud sponsor of Special Olympics Minnesota. We partner with y'all to do the plunge every year. So we sponsor a lot of the campus plunges. We participate in all of the plunges. Amber's plunged 19 times.
My record's only 3 in 1 year. I don't think I can do that again.
Only.
That's a lot. Bill, how many times have you plunged?
Far too many.
See? You lose count after a while.
Yeah, I probably have 50 or 60.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm like cold thinking about it.
It's honestly, it's really not that bad. It's, and when we were talking earlier, Amber, you had, I got to talk to our quality control team because we typically try not to have it over somebody's head. It's 4 feet deep is our goal. So our apologies on that one.
There was only 1 year where I had to swim and I was like, this is scary.
So
fun still.
Fun nonetheless, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And of course it's for a great cause. And who'd have thought that we could have on an annual basis 25,000 plus Minnesotans jumping into freezing cold water for a great cause and our Special Olympics athletes. And really, truly, at the end of the day, making a difference in a lot of people's lives.
I just love the breakdown of how you know where your donation's going and the impact it makes within Special Olympics. but then like across the state, how you can see how each area has raised so many funds, or if it's a record year, and like how plunges have been added year after year. I don't know how anyone keeps up with it. That has to be a lot of manpower.
There's definitely logistics that go into this. We certainly, we've got our local committees. We also have law enforcement that helps with some of the logistics as well. Super helpful. I'll say this. I mean, obviously, Affinity Plus and Special Olympics have been partnering for a long time. And we're, again, very appreciative of that. But what a great fit with Polar Plunges. You guys are across the state. I think every location that we have, there's an Affinity Plus branch. So there's a natural tie there. And we just love it. We love having you guys out and hosting your teams, and you guys raise great dollars for the organization. Dave Larson, your CEO, is obviously invested as well, and
always jumping.
Yeah,
and he swims. He stays out there. He does not throw elbows.
He does not throw.
I'm like, get me out, and he's like, I'm relaxing.
Well, I'm not sure if this is a safe space for this, but I do remember having those conversations that very first year that Dave decided to jump into the cold water, and he did not think it was for him. He's like, this is not going to be a great experience, Bill. But he jumped in and he was brave in the attempt. And that's something that we say with Special Olympics, our athletes in their oath. But Dave did great, and he's been back every year ever since, and obviously helped with his support, getting the whole Affinity Plus crew to come out on an annual basis, which has been great.
The first plunge is always the hardest.
Sure
I
is.
believe that.
And then after that, it's like you forget, like, it is, you are so rejuvenated that day.
I believe that.
It's, science doesn't lie.
Science doesn't lie.
You're definitely rejuvenated, and you sleep well that evening
Yes.
as well. Yeah.
Best night's sleep.
Well, Bill, there are some very exciting things happening in Minnesota with Special Olympics in 2026. So tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Sure. We have a lot going on. We're excited. We are, we're hosting the 2026 USA Games. There's a local organizing committee that's putting it on, but Special Olympics Minnesota obviously has their hands deeply in this project as well. It will be the second largest sporting event in North America in 2026, behind only the World Cup
Oh my
soccer.
goodness.
Which is, that's pretty significant, and huge impact on the Twin Cities. Will be at the University of Minnesota. That's kind of the main area where things will happen. We'll also be up in Blaine at some of the incredible facilities that they offer as well. We'll have 3,000 Special Olympics athletes participating, thousands of coaches, and of course we need thousands of volunteers for those 8 days. But what a great event it's going to be. 8 days long, all kinds of different things outside of just the sports themselves. We are really looking forward to it.
Wow.
I didn't know it was that big.
Yeah.
Like, to be the second largest in
North America.
Yeah.
Yeah, me either.
for the entire year.
I know. I knew it was a big deal. I know that Affinity Plus is an official sponsor of the 2026 games. I know we're like creating a lot of excitement around it internally. And we've been working to highlight some of the athletes. We are the official sponsor of powerlifting. So we're very proud of our powerlifting athletes.
Yeah.
So lots of really cool things to look forward to next year.
Yeah, Danielle, we are, again, blessed to have Affinity Plus as a gold level sponsor for the USA Games. And powerlifting, you could not pick a more exciting and better sport. Honestly, it is so fun to just watch our athletes across the U.S. compete, and the weights that they lift is remarkable.
It's insane. I'm not going to lie. When we found out we were powerlifting, I was like, oh, okay. Like, I really don't know much about powerlifting. Like, okay. And then we did a surprise to announce the Team Minnesota, and we got to be involved in that. And it was so cool. And watching them do this kind of like mini little workout was so cool. So cool. I'm so much more invested in powerlifting than I ever knew I would be.
Well,
and I know that the atmosphere will be incredible for that particular venue. And I know that Affinity Plus will be out there full force with volunteers and spectators and just cheering on
lots of purple
Team Minnesota.
shirts.
Of course. Yep, absolutely.
Lots of purple. We even talked about actually, which I don't No, it hasn't come to fruition yet, but we want to get purple pump covers for the team. Do you know what
what's a pump cover?
I didn't know what a pump cover was either. Let me educate you. It is it's like an oversized shirt, kind of sweatshirty looking thing
is this
that they
the
wear.
Sweat one, like to keep the heat in?
Well, that's what they wear when they come out, and then they take it off, and it's like they show off their muscles, and it's like to pump them up.
Pump them. Okay.
See, didn't know.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Can I get one?
Yeah.
I want to show.
We can. Amber.
Showing muscles. Let's go. Bill, can you tell us a little bit more of what the 2026 USA Games is going to look like? You said 8 days, but tell us more.
8 days of athletic and sport happening, but of course, there's so much more than that. And I should say that this will be televised on ESPN, so it's a big deal. It's a big deal for our athletes and our coaches. We're going to have, a traditional opening ceremonies like you would, see in the Olympics. High level talent will be there as well, performing.
Always surprise talent.
Always surprise talent.
I did hear that. It's always a surprise.
June 20th?
June 20th through the 26th of 2026.
Right.
Whoever marketed that, well done. Right?
You'll never forget 2026.
Yeah. And there's going to be, just like any other Olympics, there's an athlete area as well where it's kind of their downtime and all kinds of activities and things for them to do. But for the general public, we'll have what we call our fan zone, live music, entertainment, all kinds of activities and activations going on. Just a lot for the general public to come and be a part of as well. So we're hoping, obviously, to have as many Minnesotans out to cheer on Team Minnesota as we can find, and really help them get to that level that they desire, right? And give their best that they can, and hopefully achieve some great medals and opportunities for those athletes and their families. But in addition to that, just a variety of things. Every night we'll have a different type of activity going on as well. We obviously are huge into health, and so making sure that our athletes are screened appropriately. They're at the games. There's something for everybody, truly. And then obviously I haven't touched on volunteerism, but we're going to need thousands upon thousands of volunteers to make this thing happen. And so it's a big thing. We're excited about it. We think it's going to be just an incredible games. We hosted the 91 World Games back in the day.
Wow.
And that's where, talk about surprise guests. That's when Prince performed at the opening ceremonies. So that
might have been why I remember the surprise guest.
Yeah, so we've got some big shoes to fill there, but this will be a bigger venue, a bigger footprint for the state of Minnesota. And, honestly, as we put our bid in, we did it for a purpose, and it was to improve the footprint. And not that we have a bad footprint in Minnesota, because we have 17,000 participants in our programs as we speak, but we do this because we want to create stronger reach, more volunteers on an annual basis, more athletes on the playing field, more young athletes participating sort of in that infancy of getting involved. And then our schools program, which is our fastest growing programming, more unified, what we call champion schools as well. So all of those things are the reasons why we, put a bid in to create that type of mechanism, I guess, or marketing campaign around the games to grow our base and to come out of the games stronger than we've ever been.
That's amazing. It's going to be hot in June.
It's going to be hot, but that's the perfect time, because that's when Minnesotans want to be outside.
Well, and it might be actually perfect weather if it's anything like this year. I feel like summer didn't really come until after July.
It got real hot.
It did.
Real hot, real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, there's another kind of big initiative that ties right into the games that's happening now and happening later. So, Bill, can you fill us in? Yeah,
we've got a program, what we're calling 26 Weeks of Giving, and it really stems from when the Super Bowl was hosted here. They did a 52 Weeks of Giving. We've been very blessed, Affinity Plus being the sponsor of this particular campaign. As well as we have a anonymous donor that's supplying some funds. And what we're doing is we're going to be basically giving away funds to like-minded organizations that are all about inclusion, are all about breaking down barriers and making the world a better place for those with intellectual disabilities, creating better accessibility in the state as well. And we're looking for organizations that we can partner with into the future as well. So we're hoping to be able to fund as many as we can. We're taking applications until the end of this month, which is September 30th. And right now, I think we have almost 50 applications as we speak, and we anticipate many, many more. And so we'll have some really tough decisions. But we are really excited about this because hopefully it'll create great partnerships, small organizations, larger organizations, those in between, and just creating a really great way to help them out, but also to find some long-term partnership and relationships that we can grow together with.
So if you're an organization that supports inclusion and supports, athletes with intellectual disabilities, this is your time to put your application in and shoot your shot and hopefully be a part of that 26 weeks of giving.
Yeah, and there's a lot of information on our website, specialolympicsminnesota.org. As a matter of fact, it's on our homepage, so really accessible to get the information as quickly as possible. It's going to be exciting, and we really look forward to making some probably really difficult choices. Yeah,
it's a good problem to have.
It sure is, but super fun. And I'll say one more thing on that. The range for gifts is anywhere from $500 to $20,000. So there's a wide range here, and we're just hoping to help with specific projects that can really help move the needle for those other organizations as well.
Oh, that's amazing. I think this is kind of like, it culminates everything together between like what Special Olympics does. It's doing good for those athletes, but then now it's doing good for other organizations that also are supporting the same vision, mission as Special Olympics, but in a different capacity.
So the application process is now, so they're due September 30th. What does it look like? When are you guys making decisions on that?
Yeah,
when do those hard decisions have to happen?
Yeah, we'll start shortly thereafter and have all the decisions made by the middle of December.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll move pretty quickly. And then we'll have some really creative, fun ways that we're announcing those recipients as we get into the new year as well. I believe we'll be potentially doing some of that at some of the Affinity Plus branches. Given that you're statewide as well.
We don't want to give away any surprises.
I know.
But so with it being 26 weeks of giving, it's not limited to 26 organizations just because there's 26 weeks.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Originally we had looked at it from that standpoint, but we want to make sure that we're supporting as many organizations as we can in meaningful ways. And that might be less than 26. It might be far more.
Yeah.
And
based off of what we're seeing, it likely would be far more. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's so exciting. And then recipients will find out in fun, cool ways that January through June timeframe. Is that correct?
Yeah, I would say probably more so the first 3 months of the new year. But yeah, that's kind of the window as we speak.
So Bill, earlier you kind of touched on volunteers. And so from what I understand, there are volunteer opportunities anytime as it relates to Special Olympics. So can you just, tell us about opportunities now and at the 2026 games?
Yeah, absolutely. There's always a need for volunteerism with Special Olympics Minnesota, whether it's somebody that wants to locally engage in their community with the local team, coaching needs, and many other needs across the board there. But some of the events we have coming up, we've got our flag football state tournaments coming up in the near future, as well as then bowling is huge. Our state bowling is across the entire state. And so there's needs there as well. So you can just go to our calendar, specialolympicsminnesota.org. There's always something for anybody. And we find a place for anybody too. So you don't need to be an expert in any particular sport or what have you.
I was just going to ask that. I don't have to know all of the rules of bowling.
You don't.
I just have to show up.
Yeah. Yep.
Someone will help me know
We'll get you trained up appropriately and absolutely.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. And then in regards to USA Games, like I said earlier, there's probably 10 to 15,000 volunteer needs per se.
Wow.
So there's all kinds of things, anywhere from helping to serve meals to volunteers, or whether it's at the actual sports venues, or helping in some of the various areas that I had mentioned earlier in the fan zone, just all kinds of things. And again, we can get you started there as well and get you over to our USA Games friends as well. But you certainly can go to the USA Games website also, and they'll show a little bit more detail in terms of what some of those needs might look like. But there's all kinds of things always for people to engage with Special Olympics across the board. And
the calendar is pretty far out, so you can plan ahead for a weekday or weekend. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter because you have the time of the ability to plan for it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You sure can. And we take just about all ages. Certainly there's a threshold in terms of youth, and sometimes we look past that to a degree if parents are there as well. But certainly you can ask those questions as well in terms of what those needs might be and whether it's appropriate for certain ages as well.
Oh, for sure.
Well, so as we mentioned, here at Affinity Plus, like we're big supporters. We volunteer, we plunge, we show up where and when we can for Special Olympics Minnesota. But if you're a member listening or a non-member listening, and you're thinking, wow, I'd love for my organization to get involved and to partner with Special Olympics, like how can they reach out to you, or how can they kind of make that connection with their employer?
Sure. SpecialOlympicsMinnesota.org is a great start point. And depending on what somebody's looking for, the information will be there. If somebody's looking to become a corporate sponsor like Affinity Plus, certainly there's that option. If somebody's looking to just engage from a volunteer standpoint or to coach, or frankly, if somebody has a potential Special Olympics athlete that wants to participate, we can get you hooked up there in your local community also. Or somebody like yourself, if you'd love to be a unified partner, we have unified sports as well, where if you really love to bowl, you would partner with a Special Olympics traditional athlete as a doubles team. It's a great way to engage and involve, and certainly helps us break down barriers, right? And make the world a little bit better place from an inclusion standpoint. So
for sure.
So many great ways to
I
engage.
didn't know you could be a unified partner and not be in college.
I didn't know that either. And so, I mean, if you are, so you don't even have to be, I mentioned corporate, but if you're just an individual that is looking to move the needle on inclusion, I mean, there's just so many different ways and different avenues you can take to partner with Special Olympics Minnesota.
Yeah, there sure is. I just think of all the special relationships that get created through our unified programming. It's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And, people come back year after year as golf partners or what have you. Mm-hmm. Our unified sports also, applies to our team sports as well. So you're going to have a unified basketball team against another unified basketball team. And, there's certain criteria in play and all of that. But it's a really, really neat program that we really love.
Let's go bowling, Danielle.
Well, I don't know
the rules of bowling. I wasn't kidding.
I would love to go bowling. I'm just not sure they would want my skills to help them compete.
There's a place for everybody, and there's skill levels for everybody as well. I'm hearing unified partners will find you a couple athletes as well, and you guys can go up against each other in some sort of competitive manner.
I'm going to win.
I don't know about that, Amber. We're probably better as partners than competitors.
Yeah, let's keep this friendship.
Yeah, let's keep this going.
It'll be good competition. Friendly
competition.
Maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. We'll see.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Well, it really sounds like there's a place for everyone within Special Olympics and Special Olympics Minnesota. 2026 is going to be the year. It's the year of Special Olympics for our state.
Big year.
It is absolutely the year. And
you're going to need a vacation, Bill.
well, hopefully not, right? Hopefully we have so many more people that want to participate that we're just going to have to really just get after the work. So that would be the perfect world. But just a huge thank you to Affinity Plus. You guys are just incredible partners for our movement. You're making a huge difference in the lives of so many. You're year-round partners. We just love working with you all, and you're just, again, when you talk about what the perfect partner would look like, it's Affinity Plus. So thank you for everything that you guys do. We really do appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
I know,
Bill.
that was so sweet.
We won't tell your other partners.
Yeah. I speak for all of us when I say it is truly a pleasure to be able to donate our time, to be able to work for an organization that supports the inclusion movement and be a part of Special Olympics Minnesota. I mean, I personally haven't been part of an organization that has done something that significant before. So it truly is a pleasure for all of us as well.
I completely agree. And working with everyone at Special Olympics is such a joy. Everyone is so responsive. And again, I know we talked about it before we started, but so organized to help whatever idea comes to life, make it a reality. And our campus Plunges is a great example of that. It has been truly amazing to work with Special Olympics.
It sure is. And thank you for that. That's something that, we'll definitely pass along to our team. And we have great, incredible volunteers that they just do this year after year. And again, many of your employees do exactly that. So thank you.
Organizations like yours can't do it without the volunteers. So really, we encourage you as individuals who have volunteered for Special Olympics Minnesota. We'd love to have a huge Affinity Plus members, employees, everyone coming out to volunteer, especially for the 2026 games, and show their purple Minnesota Affinity Plus Special Olympics pride.
Yes. Well said, Danielle.
I didn't even practice.
First shot. Love it.
Well, Bill, it's really been a pleasure to have you come in and chat with us about Special Olympics and chat with us about 26 Weeks of Giving and the 2026 games. We can't wait.
Wonderful. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Be sure to keep up on all things Affinity Plus. You check us out at affinityplus.org. Check out Special Olympics at specialolympicsmn.org.
You got it. Yeah.
All right. And listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and catch us on the next episode of A Plus U. Affinity Plus is federally insured by the NCUA.